What's up, Bridal Babes? I hope you're ready to talk weddings with me in an exciting episode of Bridal Buzz. I'm your host, Kat, and today I'm going to talk to you about the top 10 things that I learned on my Bachelorette weekend so that you don't have to learn them the hard way on yours. Just so you know, I'm an April 2023 bride. I had my Bachelorette party in January of 2023 in Fredericksburg. It was a 4-day trip with my bridesmaids, 2 of my cousins, and we had so much fun. Some of the things I learned might seem simple, but some of them are a little bit more complex. So I hope you learned something today and you enter into your Bachelorette a little bit more prepared. Before I get into it, make sure you like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments when your Bachelorette date is, when your wedding date is. I can't wait to celebrate you. And with that, let's get started. So number 1 on our list of the top lessons that I learned on my Bachelorette weekend is quality time over the quantity of events. I think it's really easy to get ahead of yourself when you're planning your Bachelorette party. You're super excited. You want to do all of the fun things that you can with your favorite people, but trust me, leave some time available just to be with your people. Whether you're doing 2 nights or 4, it is going to go by a lot faster than you expect, trust me. And you are not going to want to feel rushed by event after event after event on your calendar. You are going to want to be able to soak up your time with your people. I know for me, I had people traveling from all over the country and I hadn't seen them in months. Setting aside time for us to just hang out at the Airbnb allowed for me to really catch up with my besties, gave them time to really connect with each other and not be like distracted with things to do, places to go, people to see. It was really, really perfect. So yes, again, prioritize that quality time before the quantity of events on your schedule. Number 2, look at my iPhone case. Your fiance's face needs to be printed on something or everything. My maid of honor did a great job. She got sticker sheets with my fiance's adorable face printed out on them, and I didn't just put them on my phone case. I was putting them on my body, on lampshades in the Airbnb, on random places in public that I won't mention because I don't want to get in trouble. But that was such a fun part of the weekend for me and my people. It was such a fun way to keep my fiance involved and just have that visual of the person that we were there to celebrate me getting married to. I also love that I still have these stickers, and it's been like 2 months since my Bachelorette party, and every time I see it, it just makes me so happy. There's pictures that I have of this sticker in random places that I will have forever, and it is just such a fun way to remember the weekend. So whether you put his face on a sticker, a tattoo, a t-shirt, a cup, a koozie, a pair of socks, whatever you want to do for your Bachelorette weekend, I highly recommend putting your fiance's face wherever you can because it just puts that extra chef's kiss on the whole experience. All right, Bridal Babes, number 3 on the list. Do not have your lingerie party the night you drink the most. Maybe this is just a personal thing, but I might have drank a little bit too much on our Saturday wine tour, scheduled my lingerie party for the same evening. Long story short, there are some pieces of lingerie that I don't necessarily remember who gave me what of, so I definitely would recommend scheduling that lingerie party for a little bit more of a low-key day, maybe the day before you guys go out on the town, before you start drinking. If you have a more chill day scheduled in your itinerary, I would definitely have that lingerie party then, just so that you can remember all of it, be as present as possible. I definitely remember having a great time and trying on all of my lingerie pieces, but I am not afraid and not ashamed to admit it that I don't remember exactly who gave me what, because we started drinking at like 11:30 in the morning that day. So if that's what you're doing on your Bachelorette trip, take a lesson from me and just be careful with the timing that you schedule those events for. Number 4 on our list of lessons from my Bachelorette weekend, and this might be something you already know, but your friends love you more than you know. Your besties are there for you. Please let them shower you in love. Let them shower you in their help. don't lift a finger. They want to be there to help you, to make the experience the best, the most fun weekend that you can have. And here's the thing, these people are some of the most important people in your life, and odds are you're one of the most important people in their life too. So let them show that love for you, whatever that looks like for them, just soak it up. You don't get this experience every day. Even for me on my birthday, it's like one of those weird things, like don't shower me in love, but you just gotta let it happen every now and then because you deserve it, bridal babe, and this is your bachelorette weekend. So have fun with it. Let your girlies pump you up, hype you up, make you feel like a baddie, make you feel like the hottest bride on the block. Enjoy it. All right, we are at lesson 5, which means we are halfway through our list today. And that lesson is that themes are fun, but they're not really necessary. Something that we talk about often on Bridal Buzz is the evolution of weddings that has to go along with social media and all of this new Pinterest content that didn't exist 30 years ago. And part of that is these hyper-specific bachelorette weekend themes. If you want to do it, do it. Have fun with it. There's no shame. I'm just saying it's not necessary to have a good time. When I first started planning my bachelorette weekend, I thought I was going to have a super fun theme of on cloud wine because we were in the Texas wine country, but over the weekend, it really didn't turn out to be like a present, consistent theme. I didn't put much effort into getting decor for it. I didn't tell anybody to like dress up for this theme. I had another theme planned for an entire outing that we had Saturday, so there wasn't really any consistent aesthetic that we were going for, any specific verbiage that we wanted everywhere, and we still had a great time. I had amazing decor. My maid of honor and my cousin set up a beautiful little photo booth for us, and we had some fun words and champagne bottles. It was just perfect. And of course, the Jackson stickers added to the weekend, so another plug to get your fiance's face on anything and everything. But again, don't feel pressured to have that super specific bachelorette theme just because you've seen other people doing it on social media. You don't have to have it to have a good time. All you have to really have is you, your besties, and a good attitude. And maybe some champagne. And kind of going off of idea number 5, lesson number 5, lesson number 6 is if you're gonna have matching outfit ideas, make sure that is clearly conveyed to all of the people invited to your bachelorette party. Just trust me on that. I didn't think my dress codes were too complicated. On night 1, I wanted everybody to wear all black while we were on the town. And on day 2, I wanted everybody to wear all pink while we went on our wine trip. We used an app called the Bach app to help us plan everything for our bachelorette party, and those dress codes were clearly conveyed on each of the event details. I also texted my bachelorette group in our bachelorette group chat, telling them to make sure they had their outfits prepared for our events. And lo and behold, there were still 2 or 3 people who needed to borrow a couple of things from me. So here's my tip for this. If you have a very specific thing you're going for your bachelorette outfits, make sure you bring extra options for your besties. I know they are probably amazing. I want to trust them with all of my heart, but I would rather you be more prepared than not. So unless you're trying to pack everything into a small backpack for a plane, do this. I literally had half of my back seat full of probably 10 different outfit options that I brought with me, and I am so grateful because even people who had brought things for themselves were able to kind of mix and match and build off of the outfit ideas that they had already built. So it really helped solidify those key aesthetic moments when we were going out to make sure everybody had their all black and their all pink looks, because if I had not brought what I had brought, it would have been a little bit different. It would have been fine, but it would have been different. All right, bridal babes, number 7 on the list of lessons I learned on my bachelorette weekend is don't overthink your agenda. This is kind of like the first one I mentioned on today's list of quality time over the quantity events on your agenda, but this is a little bit more specific. Just don't overthink all of the things that you're gonna do. Your besties are coming to your bachelorette weekend for you. And yes, your itinerary is a part of that, but it is not why they're going. They're gonna be there because they love you, because they wanna support you, because they wanna celebrate with you. So whether you're gonna be hanging out at the Airbnb, having a spa day, going downtown, Fredericksburg shopping, hitting the bars. At the end of the day, if you have yourself and you have your besties with you, you're gonna have a good time, right? You got you, your besties, a good attitude, a little bit of champagne, and you're gonna be fine. Even on my end, I didn't have a very complicated agenda, but there were certain things that I ended up changing last minute. I had karaoke scheduled for us on Sunday night, and we ended up just watching a movie. And actually, after my lingerie party on Saturday, I didn't really have plans, but we ended up watching one of my favorite movies ever in the whole world, which was just so special. And it was one of those moments where if I had jam-packed my schedule full of different things and was overthinking what we were gonna be doing in all of our downtime, that movie moment probably would not have happened. It all came down to being flexible, my besties also being flexible with how I was feeling and what I was wanting to do, and we had a great time regardless of if we stuck to our schedule to a T or not. On our first night, we were supposed to go eat at one of my favorite restaurants in Fredericksburg, but unfortunately when we got there, they were not seating any more tables and they didn't take RSVPs ahead of time, so we had to just play it by ear and ended up going to a super fun place that I had never been to before. It's called Hondo's on Main. Highly recommend if you are in the Fredericksburg area, if you're looking for live music at night and pretty decent food. It ended up being a blast, and while it was a change of plan, we still had a great time and no one was bothered by the fact that we had to go to a different restaurant and, change things up last minute. So don't overthink that agenda. You're gonna have a great time, and it all comes down to just spending that quality time with your besties. Number 8 out of 10 on today's list is it is actually all about you. It is. Let it be. Soak it up. I know I already mentioned something similar to this before, but this is something that I personally struggle with, and so I felt like I kind of needed to reiterate it in another way. You as the bride, or you as the person getting married, are allowed to voice your priorities and your wishes for the weekend. If you want to go get that specific coffee in the morning, tell everybody that that's what you want to do. Tell them it's your priority that we wake up on time and go get that coffee. I guarantee most everybody in your group is going to do what they can to accommodate what you are wanting as the guest of honor of the Bachelorette weekend. And while this may seem weird because here I am in front of a camera and I grew up on stage and have been performing my whole life, being the center of attention when it comes to the mushy-gushy moments is really hard for me. So if that's something that you also struggle with, just remember you're not alone and your people really do love you. Let them show you. It's okay to be feeling yourself for a weekend. Be your own hype girl. Have fun. Don't hold back on self-love, on being proud of yourself, of celebrating yourself. It may feel weird in the moment, but you deserve this weekend and you deserve that kind of love. Second to last on our list, number 9, and this one is one of the most important ones that I'm gonna mention today, is take all the pictures, take all the videos, and then take some more. As a content creator, I thought I was so prepared for my bachelorette party. I thought I was gonna be able to collect all of these TikToks, collect all these pictures, and lo and behold, I'm just one person and I was not able to take all the pictures and videos that I was wanting to ahead of time. I didn't end up getting pictures individually with each of the people that came, which made me sad. I didn't end up getting videos everywhere that we went. I definitely wanted to make more of a compilation of all of the little moments, but of course I was in the moment as well, so it's hard to be able to collect all of the content while you're being present, soaking in all that love, being the center of attention. So here's my tip to you. Write everything out that you want to record ahead of time and give that to not your maid of honor, because they're probably gonna have a lot on their plate, but maybe your second in command, another one of your besties that is going to be there for the weekend, to kind of make that their duty for the weekend, to make sure all of those pictures, all of those videos are recorded, and that will be their job. Doesn't have to be your job. It shouldn't be your job. It is your job to let them know what you want, because we're not superheroes, we're not mind readers, nobody can tell exactly what you're looking for ahead of time, but you should definitely write that list out and make sure it gets into the hands of one of your besties for the weekend. And again, even if you feel like you've recorded enough, you've taken enough pictures, just dig a little bit more, because you can't go back in time and re-record those moments. So that's the moment you get. That's the chance you get to collect that and be able to savor it, show people that weren't there, go back and, relive those really, really special moments that don't happen every day. And with that, that brings us to the last item on today's list. Invite the key people and then celebrate with the others later. And for some people, this may seem pretty obvious, but for others, it might be just a sigh of relief. I know there might be a lot of pressure from a lot of friends and family that they want to be present at your bachelorette party. And trust me, of course they do. It's going to be a heck of a good time, but this is your time to really bring that core group of people that you choose together. I know for my case, I had my best friend since I was 3, 2 of my cousins, some of my best friends from college, a best friend from high school, and being able to bring everybody together from those different areas and walks of life was just such a magical moment for me. It was really amazing to see all of these different people that I had gotten so close to throughout my life and kind of the similarities they had, why I was attracted to these people and the similar things that they brought into my life. It was amazing to see them bond and walk away as a whole new friend group. As much as I wish I could have brought more people into that, it would have definitely changed the dynamic of the weekend. So if you're feeling pressure from an extended group of friends or family to invite them to your bachelorette weekend, just let them know you're going to be able to celebrate with them later, of course, at the wedding. But if they're wanting to have maybe a night out with you, maybe you guys can book a hotel room in a town. Maybe you can go out for a really nice dinner. Maybe you can have a spa day together. It doesn't mean that you can't do something special with these special people, but I would highly recommend making sure your bachelorette weekend is filled with the people that you have in your core unit in your life. Specifically, I think it's really important for your bridal party, whoever is in it, to come together and get to know each other before the wedding weekend, because that weekend is going to go by so fast and there's going to be so much going on. They're not going to have that quality time available to get to know each other on a deeper level like they would at the bachelorette party. So make sure you are really intentional about who you invite. I think that is one of the most important things, and I know there's a lot of societal pressure that can go along with who's on that list. So pay attention to your priorities, who you want to be there, and the other people hopefully will understand and will celebrate with you later. So that sums up my list of the 10 lessons I learned on my bachelorette weekend so that you don't have to learn them on yours. And I hope that you can walk away from today's episode feeling a little bit more prepared for your batch weekend. Let me know in the comments if you already had your batch weekend and learned something that you'd want someone else to learn. Share it below. Let me know what you're excited most for your bachelorette weekend, and let me know what you'd like to see me do a video on next. The buzz doesn't have to stop here. Make sure you follow us online. We're posting amazing wedding content every week, and make sure you stay tuned for our Bridal Buzz podcast, where we dig deep into real life questions, real life stories, all about wedding related content. So with that, we'll see you next time.